Hi, I am Dr. Uli in Uli Oriental Medicine, PhD of Science in Oriental Medicine. My works, 黄帝内经素问, 黄帝内经灵书, translated into Korean. This is my book. I am reading Chinese book. The name of Chinese book 중국 당代针灸名家医案中国当代针灸名家医案 Medical records of Chinese acupuncture masters of the age 吉林科学技术出版社吉林 Science and Technology Press I am reading this book, learning and studying. Today, headache. I am learning Chinese pronouns. Chinese character pronouns. Let's reading by Google Translator. Rely on Google Translator.
力量头病，血管收缩性头痛。
力量 example second 头病头痛血管收缩性头痛血管收缩性头痛
Example 2 Headache, vasomotor headache.
Vasomotor headache. Blood vessel contracted, getting narrow, cause headache. Copy and paste in Google Translator. Google Translator reading for me.
Zhou XX 男，49岁，农民。1989年9月8日出诊。
Translate into English.
Zhou XX, male, 49 years old, farmer. First visit on September 8, 1989.
49-year-old man, farmer. How come has headache? This vasomotor.
主诉前头痛3年余，
主诉前 front 头痛头 head 痛 pain 3年 3 year Translate into English.
Chief complained, frontal headache for more than 3 years.
Frontal headache more than 3 years. Long time headache for 3 years. Copy and paste on Google Translator. Reading Chinese character.
病史3年前天冷骑摩托车外出感受风寒，出现前头痛。3年来头痛缠绵不愈，曾先后用中西药物及针灸治疗，均未见效。现前额部酸痛、拘紧、恶寒喜暖，遇冷加重，转头时头痛加剧，痛时用手轻轻叩击局部，头痛可稍缓解。
Translate into English. I can understand all these Chinese sentences, but I can't translate into English, so I am learning English and Chinese pronouns. I can read the Chinese book in Korean. I can read all Chinese characters in Korean, but Chinese pronouns different from Korean, so I am learning Chinese pronouns. 病史3年前天冷 like this. In English,
Medical history. 3 years ago, the patient experienced a cold while riding a motorcycle and developed a frontal headache. For the past 3 years, the headache has been persistent and has not improved despite treatment with Chinese and Western medicines and acupuncture. Currently, The patient experiences soreness and tightness in the forehead, is averse to cold and prefers warmth, and experiences worsening pain when exposed to cold. The headache intensifies when turning the head. Gently tapping the affected area can provide slight relief from the pain.
Gently tapping the affected area can slightly relieve from the pain. With tapping, feel relief. That is, the blood flow blocked. So tapping let blood flow route stimulate and open, so feel relief. So we understand some qi and blood stagnation in his head. History: riding a motorcycle. So the factor could be cold. So frontal headache, forehead headache. Looks like Zhou XX channel, foot XX channel. No improvement with Chinese and Western medicine and acupuncture. Had acupuncture also. Averse to cold. Prefer warmth. I don't know the meaning of averse. Let's checking Google translation. Averse.
Averse.
Dislike. Opposition direction, dislike. Averse, dislike cold and like warmth. And experience more worsening pain when exposed to cold. So cold symptom might be body getting stiff and tight, blood vessel contracted with the cold. When turning the head, headache intensifies. What is intensify? Intensify. I am studying English.
Intensify.
Intensify. More intense. What is intense? More extreme. Extreme force. Extreme. Extreme.
Intense.
Extreme. So gently tapping relieve pain. Reading.
检查，神清体健，反应敏捷，面色正常，双侧瞳孔等大瞳圆，对光反射存在，舌质淡红，苔薄白，脉浮弦。
脉浮，脉浮，浮。Second sound 浮，脉浮弦，脉浮弦，弦。舌质淡红，对光反射存在，存在。English translation.
Examination revealed. The patient was alert and in good health, reacted quickly, had a normal complexion, and both pupils were equal and round with normal light reflex.
Good condition.
The tongue was pale red with a thin white coating, and the pulse was floating and wiry.
The tongue pale, not good blood flow, and red, little bit heat, fire, and thin white coating. Thin white coating means cold. Tongue color pale red color. Low blood, low energy. And the pulse floating means from outside, stay at outside the skin area, doesn't come in deep inside. Floating and wiry. Wiry means very tight. Liver pulse. Reading Chinese.
诊断：头痛，血管收缩性头痛，风寒袭落型。
风寒袭落型。诊断。English.
Diagnosis: headache, vasomotor headache, wind cold attacking the meridians type.
Motorcycle riding at the time. Wind. Take out energy from her body. So getting colder. Wind cold attacking the meridian. So meridian getting contracted, narrow, stiff.
治疗：祛风散寒，温经止痛。
治疗 treatment 治疗 treatment 祛风去 remove dispel 风 wind 散寒 Sun means dispel, disperse. 寒 cold. 温经止痛 warm 温 warm 经 meridian warm meridian 止痛 stop pain 痛 pain. The rule of treatment: 祛风散寒温经止痛. That is English. Dispel wind and cold.
Treatment: dispel wind and cold, warm the meridians and relieve pain.
How can we dispel wind and cold with acupuncture? Wondering. How can we dispel wind and cold? What point can be selected in this case? And warm the meridians. Warm the meridian. How can we warm the meridian and relieve pain? How can we relieve pain?
取穴：头为 立对
point, acupoint, selected, 头尾 second sound 头尾 ST6 立对 foot 阳命 ST8 Is it ST8 阳立对strange 立对的 Google wrong 立对stomach 45 头尾 stomach 8 that is right how come 头尾 and 立对 selected for what reading
操作上2学针刺，每日1次，每次留针20分钟。头尾学针刺后，局部有热感。另外，在前额部阿是穴配以火针点刺。
另外火针 fire needle 火针
Procedure: Acupuncture at the 2 upper acupoints, once daily, with needles retained for 20 minutes each time. A warming sensation was felt locally after acupuncture at the toe-way acupoint. Additionally, fire needle stimulation was applied to the ashi points on the forehead.
Oh, fire needle. Whoa, isn't it hot? Fire needle applied to the ashi point. local feel discomfort or pain place. Forehead part. Toe way, and what was that? My memory forgot. 立对 How come 立对 selected? How come 头位 use? How come? Once a day, neither retain. How long? 20 minutes. Feel warming sensation felt at toe acupoint. Feel warming sensation. Retain 20 minutes. Additionally, fire needle stimulation applied to the RC point.
每次刺5到6穴，经上法一次治疗后，头痛明显减轻，2次后疼痛基本消失，3次后痊愈。观察1月余，再未复发。
每次刺5到6穴，经上法依次治疗后，头痛明显减轻，2次后疼痛基本消失，3次后痊愈。观察1月余，再未复发。In English,
Acupuncture at 5 to 6 acupoints each time. After one treatment using the above method, the headache was significantly reduced. After 2 treatments, the pain basically disappeared. And after 3 treatments, the patient was cured. After more than a month of observation, there was no recurrence.
Wow, amazing. Each time 5 to 6 select 6 acupoint. Toe left and right, 立对 left and right, 4. And any other local 压实 point can be used. after one treatment, significantly reduced headache. Oh.
暗语：患者因风寒侵袭肌肤，致使气血凝滞、精气运行不畅所致。寒邪凝于经络未去，故头痛缠绵不愈；寒性收引，故头痛拘谨；寒邪易伤阳气，故头痛遇冷加剧，得热缓解。
得热缓解，得热缓解。Translate in English.
Note: the patient's headache was caused by wind and cold invading the skin, leading to stagnation of qi and blood and obstruction of the flow of qi in the meridians. The cold evil stagnates in the meridians and does not go away, so the headache is persistent and does not get better. The cold has a contracting nature, so the headache is tight and stiff. The cold evil easily damages yang qi, so the headache is aggravated by cold and relieved by heat.
Good explanation. Good explanation. Caused by wind and cold invading the skin, so leading to stagnation of qi and blood. Our skin getting cold, so contracted, so qi and blood doesn't have a good flow, so slow down, stagnated, qi and blood stagnated by wind and cold. The cold, evil. Cold becomes evil in our body, so stagnate in the meridians and stay in the meridian, does not go away, so the headache is persistent. Normally the cold has a contracting nature, contracting with cold. So the headache is tight and stiff, interrupt qi and blood flow. The cold evil or evil, How can read? Evil, evil,
evil,
evil, evil, evil, immoral, immoral and wicked. Evil. Cold becomes evil. Evil cold can easily damages yang-qi, warm energy. So the headache is aggravated by cold more aggravated by cold and relieved by heat. Reading Chinese.
故治宜祛风散寒，温经止痛。头为乃足阳明，足少阳和阳为脉之会穴，针刺该穴可以疏调局部之精气，并以热手法达到祛风散寒、止痛之目的。针刺力对 Street 45，使经脉疏通，引病下行而驱出体外。
引病下行而驱出体外，使经脉手通。English, translate into English.
Therefore, the treatment should focus on dispelling wind and cold, warming the meridians and relieving pain. Toe Wei is the meeting point of the foot Yangming, foot Shaoyang and Yangwei meridians. Acupuncture at this point can regulate the qi of the local meridians and, with the use of heat techniques, achieve the purpose of dispelling wind and cold and relieving pain. Acupuncture at Lidui, ST45, can unblock the meridians and guide the disease downwards to be expelled from the body.
So focus on dispelling wind and cold. How can we dispelling wind and cold and warming the meridians and relieving pain? We can cover with a warm towel like that, but it is not enough. 头为穴，头为 is the meeting point. Meeting point means gathered energy gathered, meet together. Toei, that is meeting point, conjunction point, like intersection point. Foot Yangming, and foot Xiaoyang meet together at the end. Yangwei meridian. Yangwei meridian means wei means binding. Yangwei meridian, that is binding Yang meridian all together. That is 3 Yang channel, Yangming, Xiaoyang, Taiyang, 3 meridian channel. Yangwei meridian, binding them, binding has make it more strong yang, make yang more stronger, binding, Yangwei. So very powerful yang channel, Yangwei. So acupuncture Yangwei can regulate the qi of the local meridians and heat technique. Let feel warm feeling with the stimulation at Yangwei. So stimulate, produce a heating feeling. So achieve the purpose of dispelling wind and cold. When we heating, warming, at that time wind and cold dispelled, and relieving at the same time, relieving pain with the warming. Acupuncture at Li Dui. The function of Li Dui can unblock the meridians. Here meridian indicate Yangming. Foot Yangming, Zhou Yangming meridian opening the Yangming meridian. Yangming meridian go up to the face to under the eyes and 头位 connected 头位. So Li Dui foot Yangming point stimulate, so opening the channel of Yangming meridian, so unblock the meridian. The role of Li Dui unblock the Yangming meridians. Yangming meridian go up to the front head. So guide the disease downward to be expelled from the body. Guide the disease downward. The meridian opened. So having good energy, qi and blood flow, so didn't stay at head. So pulling down to the downward. So expelled out from the body.
更配合局部阿是穴用火针点刺，因火热炎上，有较强的温经散寒之力。诸穴合用，使寒邪得除，精气得通，故头痛愈也。
更配合局部压实穴、阿是穴，用滑针电刺，因火热炎上，有较强的温经散寒之力。诸穴合用，使寒邪得出，精气得通，故头痛愈也。
Furthermore, applying fire needles to local, ashi points enhances the effect of warming the meridians and dispelling cold, as the heat rises upwards. The combined use of these points eliminates cold pathogens and unblocks the meridians, thus relieving headaches.
Fire needle. Furthermore, fire needle to local ash point. So dispelling cold. Can warming the meridian with fire, as because the heat rises upward. So normal needle and fire needle combine together, so can eliminate cold pathogens and unblock the meridian, thus relieving headache.
作者以前治疗该病，皆用灸法。在一例患者的治疗中，是以针刺热手法，每次均即可见效，但疗效不巩固。在此启发下，改用火针局部点刺，针具烧红后迅速刺入，不超过1秒。高温使生物蛋白凝固，杀菌消毒，激发局部免疫，促进血液循环，开门驱邪，疗效颇佳，且远期效果也好。作者用该法治疗5例头痛、风寒型患者，皆做2到3次针刺看即收效，且疗效巩固。
English translation.
Previously, the author treated this condition using moxibustion. In the treatment of one patient, acupuncture with heat manipulation was applied, showing immediate effect each time. But the effect was not sustained. Inspired by this, the author switched to local puncture with fire needles. The needles are heated until red hot and then quickly inserted, within 1 second. The high temperature coagulates biological proteins, sterilizes and disinfects, stimulates local immunity, promotes blood circulation, and opens the gates to expel pathogens. The effect was quite good, and the long-term effect was also good. The author used this method to treat 5 patients with headaches, wind-cold type, and all showed improvement after 2 to 3 acupuncture sessions, with the effect being consolidated.
Wind cold symptom. To expel cold, use fire needle. Fire needle. How can we do fire needle? Needle heated until red color, hot, and quickly inserted within 1 second. And stay. The high temperature coagulate biological protein. What is coagulate? I don't know this word. So dictionary. I don't know the pronounce exact. Coagulate.
Coagulate. Coagulate.
Coagulate. Change to a solid or semi-solid state. Solid. Change it to a solid. Coagulate. So high temperature can coagulate biological protein. When protein meet high temperature, getting coagulate. Solid. And sterilizes and disinfect. Stimulate local immunity. The hot high temperature can stimulate local immunity. High temperature can do. So promote blood circulation. And open the gate, let pathogen out, expel out pathogens. Open the gate, so let expel out pathogens. So the author has good improvement after 2 or 3 acupuncture session. Wonderful. I learned can use fire needle. Insert fast and local Usher point, fire needle. Thank you today until now. Next time also headache, 周期性头痛 Next time periodic headache. Thank you. Bye.